Elon Musk has rebranded Twitter to apparently his favorite letter X, but it could lead to some legal troubles as concerns around the X trademark have come to light. I'm Rosemary Miller here with Jessie Bull, a trademark attorney and the founder of J. Bull Consulting Firm, and she's going to tell us all about it. Thank you so much for joining me today, Jessie.
Well, thank you for having me. How are you doing?
I'm great, and absolutely. So, Jessie, what legal troubles could Elon Musk or Twitter as a whole potentially face with this trademark situation?
Yeah, this one's really fascinating because you're having a lot of differing opinions floating around. But to be clear, one of the things that are going around is like, can you trademark a letter, right? Can you trademark X? And absolutely. We know that there are over 900 different iterations of trademark X, and that's where this story of legal troubles are coming in. When you're registering a trademark, you want it to be as distinctive as possible, right? You want people to look at it and be like, I know exactly who that company is. And with over 900 trademarks within X that have X, just the letter, nothing else, that kind of leads to the fact of, oh, this could be confusing. And as trademark owners, those 900 trademark owners, they could also say, I think you're infringing on my mark. I think that this is confusing. And as a result, they may bring suit to try to argue against it. And so that's where this kind of like push and pull of like, is there going to be legal issues? Why would they choose this branding? Why would they abandon this like really popular, very lucrative trademark that they currently have? It definitely is going to be interesting.
So, is it actually worth it? Is it worth all the legal troubles that renaming Twitter to X could bring?
In my opinion, no, I don't think it is. And here's why. There's a couple reasons. Number one, even if they push the X through, right, they're able to get a trademark for X. I talk to my clients all the time and I tell them, but are you getting a trademark that you can build upon or expand upon? And what I think is going to end up happening is, even if they're able to push it through, they're going to have such a narrow protection, right? Because we already know there are tons of trademarks in marketing. There are tons of trademarks within gaming. I mean, people have mentioned Meta and Microsoft and all of these big companies. And so it's like, you got something, yeah, you got a trademark, but from where Elon has shared, he wants to build this brand. He wants to make it a kind of metamorphose the platform. Having a trademark with that narrow protection, with only maybe protection for social media, I don't think it's really going to go towards his vision. And strategically, it just doesn't make sense when you have already a mark that's worth billions of dollars with global exposure, with a consistency with your users and consumers, to then trade it for a trademark where you have so much competition. Why, I don't think I would have done that. But, the client wants what the client wants.
So, I mean, for those of us who don't know, me, what does a lawsuit look like for, what is it, trademark infringement? Is that the proper term?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they can bring it into federal court. They can argue that it's confusingly similar. They can also bring it before the TTAB, which basically is the appeals board for trademarks within the USPTO. Whenever a trademark goes through the process, what ends up happening is if they get through the examining attorney, what happens is there is a moment of you can oppose any trademark, and they're published for any pending trademarks or registered trademarks. You can oppose that trademark and say, I think that this person shouldn't be able to register because of this, and this. And then that is the legal court that they can go through as well. So all of these registered owners will have the ability to oppose it within the TTAB, or they can go and oppose it within the federal courts. It really just depends. We're all kind of just waiting to see, what these business owners are going to do, because it's not a requirement, right? Like, going against and filing a suit is not a requirement. It's a right as a owner of a trademark.
So around how many years could Twitter, Elon Musk, expect to be going through these legal troubles?
Oh, man. I mean,
Jessie, you got me laughing.
I mean, a while. I'm going to say a while. Trademark litigation on a regular small business owner can go from 3 to 6 years. right? You're talking about $1 billion global company, because I doubt he just wants a trademark in the US. You're talking about global. You could be fighting this for the next 10, 15 years. Whether it's people saying that you're infringing it or trying to stop others from registering trademarks that are similar, right? Because now we might have, like, what's a tweet going to be called? I saw something trending on Twitter like, oh, everyone file for Z, right? So then people who are trying to file to take advantage of the fact that X is going to be a trademark, like it's like a rolling snowball, right? It's just going to get bigger. Like, even if they can get through the register owners, now you're going to be talking about infringers, people who are confusing similar, where do their rights extend to? This is going to be an ongoing. I just don't see how it couldn't be. You try to trademark a letter.
So, okay, let's say everything goes left. Could Musk go back to using Twitter?
Yes, absolutely. So I think what's fascinating, right, is like they still own the brand. They're just not using it currently. And if they're being strategic, what they're most likely going to do is they're going to try to use it in some capacity to maintain the ownership. Like, I just don't see them abandoning their trademark or effectively saying, we're just not going to use Twitter. We're just not going to use the blue. We're just not going to use tweets. I don't see them completely doing that. That would basically be giving billions of dollars away. Like, billions and billions of dollars away. So I don't see them doing that. Most likely they'll try to do it kind of like low key, try to fill it out. They can 100% go back to it. It's just like a house. If you go on vacation, maybe he's just taking a vacation. Maybe he's just trying to see what's out there and he's going to come back home. I mean, we're going to see.
Well, thank you so much for joining me today, Jesse.
No, thank you for having me.
Absolutely.